Good morning all. Welcome back. In the last class, children, we had discussed about properties of trigonometric functions, right? In the last classes, I had discussed the remaining three properties, property number 5, property number 6, property number 7 of trigonometric functions. Now, using all the 7 properties, we are going to solve problems based on inverse trigonometric functions. Okay, so I have brought some problems. These are problems from your NCERT textbook. So let us solve one by one. Prove the following. 3 sin inverse of x is equal to sin inverse of 3x minus 4x cube, where x belongs to closed interval minus half to half. Now we have to prove here that left hand side is same as right hand side. Now children, always remember when you are given a question under prove the following, you need not worry about the value of x here, right? Because it is given sin inverse in this question, so that means your function sin inverse is existing, so you need not worry about the definition. And moreover, you can see that children here sin the value of x is between minus half to half, which is very well defined, right? If you remember, the domain of sin inverse of x was closed interval minus 1 to 1. So let us start. Okay, it's a very a different type of problem, but easy also. Once you get a practice of it, it will be easy. Okay, so let us start with proof. So these kind of problems are done with called as a substitution method. They are done. Substitution method is used here. Okay. So what I am going to do is, children, I am going to assume here theta is equal to sin inverse of x. Alright, so what will happen here? My sin x will be equal to, my sin theta. Now sin inverse will go here, so sin theta will be equal to x. Okay, now I am going to consider 3x minus 4x cube. So what will happen? This will be 3 sin theta, put the value of x here, minus 4 sin cube theta. But this is nothing but the formula for sin 3 theta. Okay, so when I looked at this part of a bracket, it reminded me some formula which I have studied last year, that is 3 sin theta minus 4 sin theta. If I am able to write this in terms of sin, you know that sin and sin inverse will get cancelled because it is existing in this range, in this domain, alright. So that's why I put the substitution here as x equal to sin theta. When you will become familiarized with the problem, children, you will understand. Okay, one key is that if there is sin inverse here and sin, then something will get cancelled. No, that is the main idea or logic behind it. Okay, so 3x minus 4x cube is equal to sin 3 theta. So in the next step, children, what will happen? I can pull my sin inverse to my left side, right? So what will be sin inverse of 3x minus 4x cube, because it is well defined. So this will be equal to 3 theta. Yes, but what is theta for us, children? Theta for us is sin inverse of x. Is that clear? So I have proved that sin inverse of 3x minus 4x cube is equal to 3 times sin inverse of x. Okay, children. Substitution method. Now let us go for the second one. Now I have written the problems in advance so that we don't waste time in solving the problems. Okay, so now next one is tan inverse of 2 plus tan inverse of 7 by 24 is equal to tan inverse of half. Okay, now this is a ready-made formula. If you remember, in the last class we have studied the formula of tan inverse of A plus tan inverse of B. What was it? Tan inverse of A plus tan inverse of B. Let us start with LHS. Here also you are supposed to prove, no? So start with LHS. So what would happen? Tan inverse of 2 by 11 plus tan inverse of 7 by 24. So tan inverse of A plus B is nothing but tan inverse of A plus tan inverse of B upon 1 minus A into B. Okay, this is into. Okay, now let us simplify. It's just a matter of simplifying. So this becomes tan inverse of, right? Now I cannot make the denominator same, so I'll cross multiply. So it is 48 plus 77 upon 11 into 24 upon Now 11 into 24 will come here. 11 into 24 minus 14 upon 11 into 24. Alright. So close the bracket. Denominator will get cancelled. Now you can add the numerator. So when I add the numerator, it will be 125. Now when I multiply this, 24 into 11 you can do here. 4, 2, 4, 2. So answer is 264. So it will be 264 minus 14 will be 250. Now 125 if you double it, you will get 250. So this is tan inverse of half. So that is nothing but right hand side. Is that clear, children? So simple it is, right? Because I know the formula well in advance, so I could prove this. LHS is same as RHS. Alright. So you have to by heart the formula, children. You should be familiar with the formula. Very scoring topic it is, okay? You need not waste much or crack your heads in solving this, okay? Now let us go for the next one. Next one is 2 tan inverse of half plus tan inverse of 1 by 7 is tan inverse of 31 by 17. This I want to prove. Okay, now children, if you see that this, children, instead of 2, if it was just tan inverse, I could have applied tan inverse of A plus tan inverse of B here. But here 2 is an extra term. So what I will do first, I will try to simplify this term. Is that clear? Now if you remember, children, in the last class we have seen the formula for 2 tan inverse of x. What is the formula for 2 tan inverse of x? It is defined as tan inverse of 2x upon 1 minus x square. This is your formula. Yes, this is your formula. So now here x. Now this is looking same. If I compare this, your x happens to be half here. Just compare. So what will happen now? This will be changed to 2 tan inverse of half will be equal to tan inverse of wherever you see x, you put it half. Okay, upon 1 minus x is half. Square it. It will be 1 by 4. So now when I further solve it, this will be a tan inverse of 2 into half will get cancelled. It will be 1 upon 4 minus 1, 3 by 4. So it will go in the numerator. So it will become tan inverse of 4 by 3. Is that clear? Now I am going to use this value and substitute for here, as I said before, so that I can apply the formula of tan inverse of A and plus tan inverse of B. Most of the exams, children, this is expected. Most of the time this question is asked because it's very simple also, right? So this will be, this I got from my question LHS. This is tan inverse of 4 by 3. Just now I computed. This both are same. Plus tan inverse of 7. Okay. Plus tan inverse of 1 by 7. So again formula. This is tan inverse of A plus B upon 1 minus A into B. Simplify. Tan inverse of, cross multiply, 28 plus 3, 31. 4 7 7 4s are 28 plus 3, 31 by 3 7s are 21 upon. Now this is 3 7s are 21. 21 will go here. 21 minus 4, 17 by 21. Okay. So 21 will get cancelled. So what back you get is 31 by 17. So that is nothing but my right hand side. Can you see this? Alright, very simple formula, right? But you should remember the formula. Now next question. Prove that tan inverse of square root of 1 plus x square minus 1 upon x, where x is not equal to 0. Okay, just see the function carefully. Here also I have to go by substitution method. Okay, so what I am going to do is, 1 second, let me read this question what it is. Okay, this is not prove the following, this is find. Sorry, it is find. Okay, you have to find this value. Alright, so I am going to start with, in order to see children, I always know that if instead of tan inverse and something, tan was here, tan and tan will get cancelled, right? Tan and tan will get cancelled, and I could get some simplified form. Alright, so always my thing will be to convert it into some form of tan, so that it will be easy for me. Alright, so what I am going to do is, I am going to put x equal to tan theta, substitution method. So theta will be tan inverse of x. Now x is well defined, x is not equal to 0, and you know that children, tan inverse exists when your domain is a real number, but here little more strict it is saying that it's not equal to 0. No problem, anyhow tan inverse will have proper images, right? Unique images, and all the images will have pre-images also, right? So now I am going to put this value here. So what it will happen, children? It will be 1 plus x square minus 1 by x. So this will be equal to square root of 1 plus tan square theta minus 1 upon tan theta. Alright, now you know 1 plus tan square theta is sec square theta minus 1 upon tan theta. So this is nothing but, children, it is sec theta, square root and 2 will go, sec theta minus 1 upon tan theta. Now sec theta, children, it's flying, no? What is sec theta, children? Sec theta is 1 by cos theta minus 1 upon sin theta. You maximum simplify. What all things you know of the formulas, you apply. Common denominator 1 minus cos theta upon cos theta, the whole upon sin theta upon cos theta. Cos will get cancelled. What remains? It remains 1 minus cos theta upon sin theta. Now last year you have learned the formula for 1 minus cos theta. 1 minus cos theta is 2 sin square theta by 2. Yes, last year's formula, trigonometric functions. Yes. And sin theta, sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta. So sin theta will be half of this angle. I hope you are following, right? These are all for application of formulas. 1 and 1 will get cancelled. 1 sin, 1 sin, 1 2, 1 2. So what remains, children? Sin by cos of the same angle will give you tan theta by 2. And yes, and on my left hand side I will have 1 plus x square minus 1 upon x, where x is not equal to 0. Right? Now tan is well defined. So what will happen, children? Your tan inverse can be taken. Now when you move it this side, it will become tan inverse. So because of the well definedness. So it will be square root of 1 plus x square minus 1 by x will be equal to theta by 2. But what is theta, children? Just look at up. What is theta here? Theta is nothing but tan inverse of x. So what I will substitute here? This is tan inverse of x by 2, or I can say half of tan inverse of x. Okay, so this is my value for my question. I was asked to find tan inverse of this. So this is my final value, half tan inverse of x. So I have simplified this to the lowest form and I have written this. Okay, coming to the next one. Here also you are going to find. Okay, you are going to find this. What is the question? It is tan inverse of 1 upon square root of x square minus 1. So, what I am going to do? I am going to apply the formula. Yes. Now you should always remember how my choice of x should be. My choice of x should be such that after I put the value of x here, this term will get simplified and that root and this will get cancelled. Now can I put sin theta here? No, because we know relation sin square plus cos square theta is 1. So it will not simplify. Cos also cannot work. Right? Then what works is sec or tan. Suppose if I put here x as sec theta, what will happen, children? Put x equal to sec theta. What will happen? Theta will become sec inverse of x because my choice is well defined, right? So what will happen now? Consider your function 1 upon minus 1. This will be 1 upon square root of sec square minus 1. So this is 1 upon square root of sec square minus 1 is tan square theta. Again a formula. So this is nothing but, children, 1 by tan theta. tan theta is what, children? Tan theta is nothing but cot theta, right? But children, I want tan. Yes, then tan and tan inverse, no, as I said before, can be simplified, but I have cot. So can I convert cot to tan? Yes, very good. How do you? Tan of pi by 2 minus theta is defined as cot theta, right? A ready-made formula. Now in the next step, what will happen, children? This will go here this side. Why I didn't take cot this side? Because I wanted the answer to be tan. In the question it is tan, right? So I found out a relation for cot and tan. Now tan will go this side, so it will be tan inverse of 1 upon square root of x square minus 1 is pi by 2 minus theta, but pi by 2 minus theta is nothing but sec inverse of x. So this is my simplification of this value. Alright. See, very easy. It is very, but thing is formula. Formula, if you don't know, then you are at loss. Okay. Now the next one. Tan inverse of square root of 1 minus cos x upon 1 plus cos x where x is less than pi. You have to again find the value of this. Okay. Now x is less than pi because if x becomes cos pi will be minus 1 and this denominator will be 0. So it is taken care. Okay. So let us solve this. So always remember, whenever a condition is given, it makes some sense here. Okay. So let me start with tan inverse of square root of 1 minus cos x 1 plus cos x. Last year in the chapter trigonometric functions, you have a ready-made formula for this. 1 minus cos x is what? 2 sin square x by 2. 1 plus cos x is 2 cos square x by 2. 2 and 2 cancel. Square root and 2, square root and 2. So what do you get? Tan inverse of sin x by 2 upon cos x by 2. Now it is of the same angle, so I can write it as tan inverse of tan of x by 2. Again, yes, tan and tan inverse cancel, so answer is x by 2. So this is the simplification of this problem. So I simplified it as okay. Next one. Tan inverse of 2 times cos of 2 times sin inverse of half. Okay, you have to find the value. Very simple. See why I am saying simple because formula. Because I have mastered in my formulas. I know all the values, right? Similarly, when you will master, children, all the ideas will come automatically. You always remember that tan inverse with something in such way you can cancel it or have some value so that it's exact angle you can find out. That way you do it. Okay. So it is 2 cos 2 times of sin inverse of half. Yes. So what will happen, children? I have to think of value of sin inverse of half. What is the value of sin inverse of half? Yes, think. Yes. Last time in the principal value branch session I have told you, right? You know that, children, sin 30 is half. So sin inverse will be what? Sin inverse. This of half will be nothing but, children, it will be, come on, pi by 6. Yes or no? Because sin 30 is half, no? So sin inverse of half means your angle will be this. Okay, now I close the bracket, 2 and 6 will get cancelled, it will be 3. So it will be tan inverse of 2 times cos of pi by 3. Now cos pi by 3 means cos 60, and cos 60 formula, you know, it is half. Yes. Half and half, 1. So, tan inverse of 1. Tan of which angle is 1, children? Pi by 4. Very good. So, tan inverse of 1 will be pi by 4. Got it? This can come as objective also. Okay, you can expect this kind of problems in your engineering entrance exams or in your usual exam for 1 mark. Okay, 1 mark because it's just a simple way. Orally, you can find out the answer. Coming to next one. Find the value of tan inverse of cot inverse of A. Cot of tan inverse of A plus cot inverse of A. Okay. So let's think about it. Bracket is not here. Bracket will be outside. Okay. So this will not be here. This will be outside. Okay. So this is cot of. If you look at this, it is tan inverse of A plus cot inverse of A. Okay. Children, last time in the last class I have told you, or before this class, the class before this previous class, you had learned properties of trigonometric function. In that you have seen that sin inverse plus cos inverse of same angle pi by 2. Similarly, tan inverse of cot inverse of same angle is pi by 2. Right? Similarly, sec inverse and cos plus cosec inverse of same angle is pi by 2. So here directly it is pi by 2, but cot pi by 2 is nothing but cos pi by 2 by sin pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 1 by cos pi by 2 0, sin pi by 2 1. So answer is 0. So value of this function, value of cot of tan inverse of A plus cot inverse of A happens to be 0. Did you understand, children? Yes. So that's all for today. Next time we will continue with this kind of problems based on properties of trigonometric functions. Hope you understood. Have a nice day. Thank you.